The second day from our 7-day Malaysia tour. Day 2, Part 1. KL hop-on hop-off city bus rides. Morning around 8:30 a.m., we got into a Grab taxi to the main interchanging station kiosk Sunjai Wong Plaza. Stop number 01, to catch the Kuala Lumpur city bus ride that we had booked in advance, known as the Kuala Lumpur KL hop-on hop-off bus tour. The ticket rates for international travelers are RM60 for adults and RM30 for kids for 24 hours. For 48 hours, it costs RM90 for adults and RM43 for kids as of August 31st, 2025. Let me tell you about the KL hop-on hop-off service. It's a flexible double-decker bus tour that allows visitors to explore Kuala Lumpur's major attractions at their own pace, hopping on and off at designated stops along 2 different routes, with 26 designated stops and over 60 attractions. You can make the most of your trip by hopping on and off at any time. There are 2 routes, the garden route and the city route. You can choose either route as per your preference. The routes must be completed within the 24-hour or 48-hour pass duration you purchased. The buses operate daily from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m., starting from the interchanging station. Passengers can embark or disembark at any of the 26 stop locations. You can enjoy open-air views, audio commentary, and access to numerous sites like the Petronas Twin Towers and Peddling Street. Tickets can be purchased online or on board, and buses run every 20 to 30 minutes. We reached the interchanging station Sunjai Wong Plaza around 9:15 a.m. and went to the nearby office counter to collect our boarding passes by showing our online booking details. There was a bus already stopped there for the garden route, the green-colored bus. But we chose the city route considering that it covers more of the major city attractions. Many tourists were waiting there for the buses, preferably those going on the city route. We waited there for the city route bus to arrive. When the bus arrived, we got onto the open-top deck rather than sitting inside the air-conditioned compartment, considering videography. Many passengers preferred to stay inside the AC cabin for their comfort. I went through the brochure that described the routes. The Malaysian hop-on hop-off buses strictly prohibit carrying eatables on board, except for water. The sunlight was quite strong as we were seated on the open-top deck of the KL hop-on hop-off bus. If exhausted, we could move to the air-conditioned cabin of the bus. The bus started moving. The elevated rail service covering parts of the city that we could see is the LRT, or Light Rail Transit. The LRT system in Kuala Lumpur is a popular and efficient public transport network connecting different parts of the city and nearby areas. Operated by Rapid KL, it consists of multiple lines, the Kelana Jaya Line, Ampang Line, and Sri Petaling Line. It's one of the most convenient ways to travel across Kuala Lumpur, and a new line, LRT3, is expected to be operational by 2026. Kuala Lumpur's LRT is part of an extensive public transport network managed by Rapid Rail under the Rapid KL brand. The LRT system was developed to offer an alternative to private vehicles and to help ease the severe traffic congestion in Kuala Lumpur's central business district and nearby areas. Currently, there are 2 operational LRT lines, with a third 37 km line under construction, which will connect the city center to Shah Alam and Klang. Tickets can be purchased as tokens from vending machines at stations or by using a Rapid KL card for more convenient travel. Kuala Lumpur's skyline is defined by many iconic tall buildings. As of 2024, the tallest among them is Merdeka 118, followed by the world-famous Petronas Twin Towers and the Exchange 106. Sometimes, the KL hop-on hop-off service gets affected by heavy traffic. It's better to start early in the day to make the most of the KL hop-on hop-off service. From our overall experience, it's practically impossible for a traveler to cover all the attractions in a single day if they alight at every stop. The complete loop of the KL Hop-on Hop-off bus tour takes approximately 2 to 2.5 hours if you stay on board without getting off at any stop. However, the total time to complete the journey and explore all attractions depends entirely on the traveler's plan. We can either choose the 48-hour pass to explore more at a relaxed pace or take the 24-hour pass to cover the major attractions while skipping some along the way. We skipped the first stop, Masjid India, considering our plan to explore Kampung Baru for a good breakfast. Masjid India is one of Kuala Lumpur's oldest and most vibrant Indian Muslim neighborhoods, filled with traditional shops, food stalls, and textile stores. The area takes its name from the Masjid India Mosque, originally built in the 1860s and later renovated in a striking Mughal-style design. It remains an active mosque and offers a peaceful atmosphere amidst the busy market streets.
We are in the area of Kampung Baru. Kampung Baru is actually a traditional Malay.
We moved down to the lower deck of the bus to get off easily at the next stop, Kampung Baru. We then reached Kampung Baru, which means New Village in Malay, a traditional Malay village located right in the heart of modern Kuala Lumpur. Surrounded by skyscrapers like the Petronas Twin Towers, Kampung Baru still holds on to its old-world charm. Established in 1899 by the British as a Malay agricultural settlement, it remains one of the few areas where you can still experience authentic Malay culture, traditional wooden houses, and local cuisine within the city center. Although this area is best visited in the evening to enjoy authentic Malay food, since we were hungry and tired from the previous day's exploration at KLCC, we prioritized having breakfast here. The restaurants were not fully open yet, as it was Monday, August 31st, 2025, the Independence Day of Malaysia, and the previous night being a Sunday, many places had closed late. We hadn't fully realized that this day was Malaysia's Independence Day until we noticed many people displaying Malaysian flags on their vehicles and homes. At first, we thought it was simply an expression of their deep patriotism and love for the country. This is a self-service laundry station equipped with multiple washing machines and dryers, where customers operate the machines on their own. We could see several people waiting nearby for their washing or drying cycles to complete. Since we were quite hungry, especially the kids, we entered a nearby crowded restaurant to have breakfast. We noticed some familiar Indian, particularly Kerala dishes, like paratha, a layered, flaky flatbread made from all-purpose flour, served with different curries. Here in Malaysia, one of the most popular breakfast dishes is nasi lemak, a fragrant rice dish cooked with coconut milk and pandan leaves, considered the national dish of Malaysia. It's typically served with spicy sambal, chili paste, fried anchovies, ikan bilis, peanuts, sliced cucumber, and a hard-boiled egg. However, for us Keralites, it didn't feel too unique or exotic, as we're already familiar with hearty rice-based meals with curries and sides, what we fondly call unu in Malayalam. While waiting for the food, the kids happily collected Malaysian flags that were being distributed outside the restaurant for free, as it was Malaysia's Independence Day. After a long wait, our food finally arrived, and we finished eating. Even though food from the restaurant we tried was okay, but less choices of dishes to try for us. Outside the restaurant, a man was singing beautifully while playing a guitar, entertaining the crowd and inviting small donations. His music added a pleasant touch to the morning.
Say no. Terima kasih Tuhan, sudah di situ. Bye-bye dan Us or you wouldn't mind if I tell the truth. We will either lose, I don't know. I wish you just take it. I want to escape from you, I want to face it, but I don't let it. I wonder how you reply. Alright, thank you.
After the meal, we walked further along the street and came across another nice restaurant with a juice shop in front. There were a variety of juices available, and we bought some refreshing ones for ourselves and the kids. For tourists in Malaysia, the most convenient way to make payments is by using a combination of credit or debit cards and cash. Cards are widely accepted in urban areas, especially at restaurants, malls, and hotels. However, cash is essential for smaller purchases, particularly at street food stalls, hawker centers, local markets, and small independent shops. It's always advisable to carry small denomination notes, RM1, RM5, RM10, RM20, as some vendors may not have enough change for larger bills. As I looked inside, I noticed that this restaurant had many more dishes and variety compared to the one we had chosen earlier, which made me feel a bit regretful that we hadn't come here first. We stopped exploring further in Kampung Baru, considering the limited time and our plan to cover more of the 26 stations, which is practically impossible to complete in a single day unless you just stay on the bus and view attractions from outside. So, we returned to the Kampung Baru bus stop to catch the next KL hop-on hop-off bus. After some waiting, the bus was arrived, but due to the food items like juice is still with our kids, they denied entering onto the bus, told us to catch the next bus coming within 15 minutes. I feel happy about their care on the cleanliness of the public property. We get into the next bus and travel to the next station, which is the Palace of Culture, which having two attractions. One is Palace of Culture and one is the National Library. Considering our interest in art, we decided to visit the National Visual Arts Gallery. The National Visual Arts Gallery was established in 1958, a year after Malaysia gained its independence. It was founded by Tunku Abdul Rahman, the first Prime Minister, to build a national art collection and promote local art. The National Library of Malaysia and the National Visual Arts Gallery, Balai Seni Negara, are two distinct cultural institutions located in Kuala Lumpur. Both buildings are impressively situated near each other on Jalan Tun Razak. The National Library, being the largest in Malaysia, serves as the country's main repository of knowledge and cultural heritage. Established in 1958, the National Visual Arts Gallery is one of the oldest art museums in Southeast Asia. It showcases Malaysian and international artworks across various mediums. The Malaysian government acknowledges Tamil along with Chinese as a minority language. So we could see in many signboards Tamil and Chinese translation mentioned along with Malay. Main collections and features Malaysian contemporary art, explore the evolution of Malaysian art through a wide array of modern and contemporary works. The collections cover various periods, styles, and mediums. The gallery houses a permanent collection of more than 4,500 artworks, including paintings, sculptures, and textiles. It also features curated temporary exhibitions. There is a hall showcasing the evolution of Malaysian cinema and cartoon films, highlighting the country's creative journey in visual storytelling. The story of Malaysian pop culture is one of adaptation, where traditional elements are preserved while new elements from Western, Chinese, Indian, and other Southeast Asian cultures are incorporated and modernized. The National Visual Arts Gallery also exhibits caricatures of Malaysia, often highlights its unique blend of cultures, political dynamics, and iconic imagery with a humorous exaggeration, and offers many features for artistic and comedic interpretation. We went up to level 3 to experience Into the Frameless, an immersive digital art exhibition that uses projection mapping to bring more than 30 iconic pieces from the national collection to life. This, Into the Frameless, immersive free art exhibition at the National Art Gallery in Kuala Lumpur that runs until April 2027. It features projection mapping to reimagine classic Malaysian artworks and includes interactive elements like an AI photo booth and an AR coloring station. The exhibition is located on level 3 and is open daily from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Visitors can also engage in interactive activities. Our kids especially enjoyed being surrounded by the vibrant and dynamic projection art, making it a truly memorable experience for them. An interactive art space allows visitors to color and display their own artworks, making it a fun and engaging spot, especially for families. This gallery is truly a must-visit destination for art lovers. A depiction of a migrated Indian Tamilian running a garment pressing shop in Malaysia from the old days, showcasing the humble livelihood and hard work of early Indian migrants who contributed to the country's urban life and culture. Our kids also enjoyed the nearby interactive activities and attractions. At the entrance, there is a digital art library where visitors can explore and experience various forms of digital art. We left the National Visual Arts Gallery around 1 p.m. and walked to the nearby hop-on hop-off bus stop and catch the next bus. To save time, we skipped the next 3 attractions: Intercontinental, KLCC City Center, and Matic, Malaysia Tourism Center, since we had already visited KLCC City Center on our first day. Our next stop was one of the city's iconic landmarks, the KL Tower. While often compared to the Petronas Twin Towers, the KL Tower serves a different role. It functions as a broadcasting and telecommunications hub, yet also stands as one of the best vantage points to experience Kuala Lumpur from above, a must-visit destination for every traveler. We got down from the KL hop-on hop-off bus to explore the KL Tower, Menara Kuala Lumpur, one of the city's most iconic landmarks. The KL Tower stands tall at 421 meters, making it the tallest telecommunications tower in Southeast Asia and the 4th tallest in the world, as of 2023. Open to the public in 1996, it serves both telecommunications and tourism purposes. Located on Bukit Nanas, right in the heart of Kuala Lumpur, the tower is surrounded by the lush Bukit Nanas Forest Reserve, one of the city's oldest remaining rainforest patches. Main attractions. Observation Deck, 276 meters, offers stunning 360 degrees panoramic views of Kuala Lumpur, including the Petronas Twin Towers. Sky Deck, an open-air viewing platform 1 level above the observation deck, providing a thrilling, unobstructed city view. Skybox, a transparent glass cube extending from the sky deck, ideal for adventurous visitors and photographers. Atmosphere 360, a revolving fine dining restaurant that completes a full rotation every hour, giving diners continuously changing views of the city. KL Tower tickets can be purchased online, at the ticket counters, or through self-service kiosks located at the base area. For international travelers, the combo ticket for both the Sky Deck and Observation Deck costs around Rm180 for adults and Rm100 for children. If you opt only for the Sky Terrace, the ticket costs approximately Rm140 for adults and Rm80 for children. The entry fee for the KL Tower Observation Deck for international travelers is Rm80 for adults and Rm50 for children. The ticket price felt a bit higher compared to other attractions we visited, so I decided to let my family enjoy and explore the base area attractions while I went up alone to the observation deck to capture the breathtaking 360 degrees panoramic views of Kuala Lumpur with my cameras for our viewers. After purchasing the observation deck ticket from the counter, I proceeded to the lift area. Visitors are required to wait until a certain number of people descend from each level, a crowd control measure to ensure a smooth and comfortable experience for everyone. Once it was my turn, I took the elevator to the observation deck. Inside the elevator, there was a pictorial display showing the heights of each level of the tower, which added to the excitement as I ascended. Reaching the observation deck at 276 meters was truly amazing. Even though it's a fully enclosed glass space, the panoramic view of Kuala Lumpur was breathtaking. Several binocular stations are placed around the deck, allowing visitors to zoom in and spot iconic landmarks across the city skyline. The indoor observation deck provides a comfortable, air-conditioned environment where visitors can enjoy clear, panoramic views of Kuala Lumpur city. There are many souvenirs displayed at the observation deck that visitors can purchase, including miniature KL towers, keychains, magnets, and other Kuala Lumpur-themed collectibles, making it a great spot to take home memories of the visit. I observed many of Kuala Lumpur's landmarks through the binoculars from various viewpoints. Although it was a bit challenging to capture them clearly using my cameras, I still tried to record some good shots for YouTube. Each section of the observation deck has markings that point out historic landmarks and notable buildings, helping visitors easily identify and observe them from above. There's a wall inside the observation deck that displays a comparison of various telecommunications towers around the world, showcasing their heights side by side with the KL Tower, giving visitors a clear perspective of how tall the KL Tower stands globally. Here is the viewpoint from the observation deck where visitors can clearly see the Petronas Twin Towers. I tried observing the towers through the binoculars installed nearby. It was a bit challenging to capture the same view through my camera lens, as focusing through the binoculars was easier with the naked eye. Still, I managed to take some shots and explore different viewpoints using the binoculars. At one point, I wondered whether these binoculars could invade the privacy of residents in the Petronas Towers or nearby buildings, as visitors often use them to peek around from the observation deck. However, they aren't powerful enough to reach that level of detail, so privacy remains well protected. Honestly, I felt satisfied that I came alone, as the visit may not be cost-effective for families with kids, unless the ticket prices become more affordable. For most visitors, it's more of a "I have been there" experience other than a value-for-money attraction. Here are some of the binocular views captured from different vantage points of the KL Tower observation deck, showcasing various landmarks and scenic angles of Kuala Lumpur's skyline. Finally, I decided to leave the KL Tower observation deck as my family was waiting at the base. We needed to catch the next KL hop-on hop-off bus to continue our journey. Before leaving, I noticed a photo booth area where visitors can pose in front of a blue screen and get their pictures printed as a memorable keepsake for a small fee. I waited patiently in the queue for the next elevator, as the previous one had already gone down with other visitors. My family was eagerly waiting for me below, getting hungry and ready for our next meal before moving on to the next attraction. We found a KL hop-on hop-off bus parked in front of the KL Tower stop and eagerly approached it to get in. However, the staff informed us that the bus had broken down and we needed to wait for the next one to arrive. After some waiting, the next bus arrived around 3:15 p.m. Malaysian Standard Time. We left the KL Tower and headed to the next stop, P. Ramlee. The P. Ramlee stop in Kuala Lumpur refers to the P. Ramlee Memorial, a museum dedicated to the legendary Malaysian actor and musician, located in Sedapak. The museum showcases his awards, personal belongings, musical instruments, and even his car, making it a popular attraction for fans. However, our main intention at this stop was to find a place to have food rather than visit the museum. We walked through the street looking for a restaurant that suited our taste and found some good street vendors nearby. It was around 3:30 p.m., and many of them were just setting up their stalls for the evening, which usually extends late into the night with vibrant street food trucks. As we were very hungry, we ordered ayam gunting, which means scissored chicken in Malay, is a boneless fried chicken cut into bite-sized pieces, popular as a Taiwanese street food and found in other parts of Asia, and ayam cheese, and some refreshing drinks. The vendor was very kind and prepared the food nicely. The meal was delicious, and it satisfied our hunger. The kids were happy too. We thanked the vendor for the delicious food and headed to catch the next hop-on hop-off bus. By then, we realized that many attractions required quite some time to explore, and it would be impossible to complete the entire hop-on hop-off circuit in a single day unless we stayed on the bus without alighting. So, we decided to skip the next stop, Aquaria KLCC, an oceanarium located beneath the Kuala Lumpur Convention Center, since we had already visited a similar one recently. Instead, we chose to visit the Carft Complex, as my daughter has a deep interest in crafts, art, and drawing. The lush green plants and trees flourishing throughout Kuala Lumpur city looked truly amazing. This vibrant greenery not only adds beauty to the surroundings but also provides cleaner air and a refreshing coolness for both visitors and residents alike. The kids had already fallen asleep on the bus after having a small snack, while we stayed awake, planning to get down at what would probably be the last attraction of the day, the Carft Complex. Stay tuned for the next part of KL Hop on Hop Off City Bus Ride.